Do a walk around of my 2013 S1000RR. It is painted in a 1 year only color, straight from the factory. That's called Granite Gray Metallic. This is truly just a one-of-a-kind bike. I have put a lot of effort into making sure this bike is different than anything you'll see going down the road. Obviously, you'll already get that with being a BMW because you don't see a whole lot of them. But this one being a 1 year only color, the wheels, the bolts, the exhaust, the levers, the tinted windscreen. I mean, it's all just one big package to make this as different as possible. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the bike. The only reason I'm getting rid of it is because I want to build myself a garage just right over here. The money that I get from the sale of this will get me my garage and probably a down payment on the next toy, which will be hopefully a 1970.5 Camaro. But we'll see. I've painted all the bolts myself. They've been painted now for over 2 years. So they've held up pretty good. Actually, not pretty good. Really well. And those are the front of the bike. So, you know, there's a lot of road grit, bugs, and everything that sling up on the front of the bike. And you can see that the paint has held up really well on those. It's got the stock mirrors. It's got the BMW dark tinted windscreen. You can't see it in the video probably, but it does have the double R etching, which is kind of rare in itself. You can get the aftermarket with or without the double R in it, and it does have it just like the OEM clear screen does. The other upgrades would be the carbon fiber levers. The brake lever is a shorty. The clutch lever is the standard length. The homologated Akrapovic exhaust still has the catalytic converter in it with the valve, just like it came from stock, so it still uses all the stock parts. Just keeps it quiet at the lower RPMs, but once you really open up the throttle, it gets really loud. Hopefully it'll come through in the video. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if my phone will be able to get the actual sound, capture that sound through the speaker. I hope it does, but if not, then whoever hears it in person will see just how awesome it sounds. The bar ends, the only thing that's Japanese on this thing are the bar ends. And the only reason I went with those is because they're like a grayish color. They look good. They blend well with the bars, the handlebars. They have a grayish tint to them, so they kind of went with the theme of the bike, which is all gray and black and red. Got the Moto Graphics tank protector, the rear seat pod protector. That came as a set. I can show you, do have the power commander installed right there. You can see it. That's the toolkit that obviously came from the factory with the bike, but there's the power commander. Got a tune from Dan Kyle himself. He emailed it to me. He races bikes and he races BMWs, so he's done a lot of work with these things, and he came up with in his opinion, the best tune there was for these bikes, especially with this exact exhaust. Does have a BMC air filter, which I won't be able to show you that because that is underneath here, but it has been replaced. It's underneath there. The swing arm spools, which is not a big deal. You can get those anywhere for cheap, but they are anodized red. You see the competition's Fender Works Undertale, the Fender Delete kit. Kind of dirty right now. I didn't have a chance to wash it lately. It's been sitting in the garage and I haven't had a chance to wash it, but then again, I haven't ridden it either. Ever since I posted it, she's been sitting in the garage and I hate that, but don't want to put any more miles on her because I don't want the next person to be sad by that, I guess. It's got the Dunlop Q3s, which in my opinion were way better than the Bridgestone Battle Axes. That is a very grippy tire, very grippy. Handles really well, gets hot real fast. It's been a really good tire. If I was gonna keep it and do another set of tires, I'd definitely go back with those again. Got the carbon fiber heel guards, both sides. I generally tend to forget things that have been added to this bike. It seems like a lot when you start listing it out, but it's really not. I mean, I've done just about everything you can do to the bike. There's the battery tender hookup, so if you have a battery tender, you can keep it hooked up during the wintertime. Still has a stock rear shock. Front forks are all stock. The steering damper is stock. So just basically all the external bits except for the power commander have been changed out that can be changed out. I'll do a startup now. it is due for its oil change. It's either yearly or every 6,000 miles. So I obviously have not driven the 6,000 miles to get need the service for the 6,000 mile, but it has been a year. The miles, as you can see, are 9875. I seriously doubt that's going to change, because I just don't want to ride the bike anymore. I feel like if I start riding it again, I won't want to get rid of her. So here we go. I'll do a start up. As you can hear, she started right up. I did take the baffle out. Let it warm up a little bit, and then I'll rev it a little bit. Don't want to rev her while she's cold. She hasn't been started up in about 2 weeks. Yeah, now that she's warmed up just a little bit, she's right at 102 degrees. I'll go ahead and give it a little bit of a rev. Hopefully you can hear this. Mean riding bike. Let her sit at idle for a second. I want to just cut her off after running all that gas through her. You see, I've never put the slick button is not in here. I've never put it in. They told me from the dealership if I was gonna track it, put that slick stick in. It's never been in. The pill's still in the package. I've never even thought about installing it. This bike is just super fast without it. I never felt the need for it. But that's up to the next rider. I've got the 3 keys that came with it. It'll come with that key right there, is the same key I've used from day one, which I am the original owner. I bought it brand new back in 2013. I've been the only owner. So anyway, it'll come with that key, the spare key that looks just like that one, and then there is the wallet key, which is just a little plastic key that, just like it says, you can stick in your wallet that way in case anything for some reason comes up and you lose your key. You'll have that one in your wallet. I've never carried it. I've kept it in the package with the manual. I have everything that I got from it when it was brand new. I've got all the manuals. I've got everything. The only stuff I don't have is all the OEM parts that I took off to replace. Like, I don't have the stock exhaust anymore. Don't have the stock levers. I do have the stock windshield. I can stick that with it whenever whoever buys it. I don't have the stock bar ends anymore. All that stuff went away when I traded it all up. Hopefully this has been a good walk around video. I hope I've captured everything that you would want to see with this bike. If there are any more things that you want to see or need to know about it, let me know and I'll try and get whatever I can for you. Thank you for watching it. Bye.